Free Dr. Kizza Besigye. Free Dr. Kizza Besigye. Free him indeed. Let him have good health. Let him have his medication. Let him have the medical practitioners or his personal doctor and the right place where he feels comfortable to be treated. Of course, the Supreme Court judgment came through. They pronounced themselves loud and clear, but it has not been respected. But leave alone all this. Looking at how he was repatriated back from Kenya into Uganda, he didn't follow the necessary rules of international relations and travels in between borders of different countries. Of course, you all realize that he did not have all his passport with him or the identity card with him, all remained behind him in the hotel. And of course, that is something for you to talk about or to know from the public domain. But away from all this, human beings will remain human beings, and for far too long, if you think like your neighbor's wife being beaten does not affect you, then sooner or later it's going to touch you. And you remember very well when people came with public order management bill, the people who supported it, you remember very well how they were the first people to be, able to go through that. I don't want to mention names. And so, leaving all this alone, guys, look, here is a person who was repatriated back into the country, and he was supposed to be in court martial. And of course, the Supreme Court has pronounced itself loud and clear that civilians are not supposed to be tried there. A speedy trial is something that is very fundamental in someone's, human rights. And so we're not all seeing this, right? And Kizza Besigye's health continued to deteriorate, and we are on the watch. And for far too long, I think Ugandans have been really taken for granted, and they feel like we cannot we cannot say or can rise up to the occasion. But of course, I remember very well when you guys rose and went to the streets and how you were quelled down, how you were all brought down. I remember. And that's why perhaps you were silent. It is what it is. But again, remember, if we are quiet and we continue to watch and we continue to see the tweeting generals, claiming that he wants somebody dead to come out in coffins, I think we are so deluded, guys. And trust me, the day is going to come when everything is going to come out and it's going to fall in its right place. And people who have done all sort of nonsense, they'll be put right to their action. Of course, I don't wish bad for anybody, but I pray that, day and night, that men and women who are inflicting injustices on our people, they should be alive and well to realize their messes that they are put upon our country. But of course, I'm also quite aware that if we continue to, brand our country as something or a place where nobody can be able to stay in properly, then I am thinking that we are deluding ourselves and we are not sending out a good name out there. I know Uganda for being peaceful. I know Uganda for, being very accommodative, that we can keep quiet even when we are watching you inflict pain on our people. We will keep quiet and watch. That is who we are. But I'm also reminded that God is on the watch, that God will surely intervene. God will surely come to rescue his own people. But let us do the right thing. Let us grant Kizza Besigye his bail. Let him go and attend to his health. Then before you know it, you can continue arresting him and put him behind bars just like he served the whole of his life. His age life, the older he got, he has been in prison more than how many times, I don't know. But again, remember that he's got a family. He's got a son to take care of. He has a wife to attend to. He has families and families meeting that he has to attend to. But can't do any of that. Because last week he was in prison, the other week he celebrated Christmas, even the first of the year in prison, and he continues to be there. And we are all on the watch. Ugandans, I know why you guys are not acting that much, but because I really know. And there's something that all of us can do. And if we can send the message out there, that the people can see that we really need, justice for all the people who are in detention without trials, all of them in their numbers, not only Dr. Kizza Besigye, but all of them in their numbers, people who do not have lawyers, but they have not been afforded a fair hearing, they have not been sent to court, but they continue to languish in prisons just because they are affiliated to a party. Just because they support somebody that is not aligned with government stuff. All I'm asking of us is to let the rule of law play its part. And for far too long, when we continue to watch guys to be able to look out for their bread, and of course they have to butter their bread, and they cannot do exactly that which is called of them, then we are misguiding ourselves. I pray that justice will prevail. I pray that his health will be attended to well, and he can be able to still work for his lovely country, Uganda, because he's dedicated his life to see the rule of law in place. And all we can do to help him is to send a voice out there. I know you can't fight, and neither do I wish for anybody to fight, but you can send a voice for him. You can send a voice for him.